Hey y'all, it's me, Malibu Darby. Welcome to my channel. I've got to stop with these month-long breaks between videos, I know, but again, life has been busy. But thanks or no thanks to the Rona, I have some extra time on my hands, and I was like, let me go ahead and bang these videos out. I read some comments on the last videos, and y'all are not here for these breaks that I'm taking, so I'm going to try to churn out some videos for you guys and catch up on some of the posts and stuff that I've been intending to do and get for you guys. So let's jump right into it. Today we're going to be talking about the Juvia's Place shade sticks. Since you're already here, if you could go ahead and hit that subscribe button, that way you can know when I start posting and get those videos up for you guys. You can know as soon as I post them, you'll get a notification if you hit that bell, so you can get that as well. And let's jump right into it. So I have already done a little brow and a little lash just to get that out the way. Let me put my hair up. Alright y'all, so this is not the first time that I have mentioned Juvia's Place on this channel. If you saw the very first foundation they came out with, I did a review for that, and I put the little iCard up here for that. I was not a huge fan, and I didn't really visit the product again, and then they started dropping things here and there. I already love the eyeshadows. They came with concealers and stuff like that. So I said, let me try. I wanted to get a lighter toned contour stick than I'd been using. So I was like, let me try this and see how this goes. And from there, I kind of bought some more things. So I want to chat with you guys about those foundation sticks because I feel differently than I did about the original foundation they had. So I've already done my eyebrows and my lashes. Like I said, I'm gonna go in and do like a little bit of face with y'all and then just kind of go through the product. So I'm using the Laura Mercier Pure Canvas Primer. This is the blurring primer. Because this is a foundation stick and it's cream, I typically try to use something that's a little bit more mattifying rather than a hydrating primer. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of that on just to help kind of have the product stick a little bit more and make sure it does not move around, because if you're an oily combination, for me, that is what most of us are afraid of with a foundation stick, that it's going to be oily and it's going to shift and it's just going to be a complete grease mess. Okay, so now that I've done that, I'm going to go in with Cameroon. This shade is actually a really good complexion match for me. These originally retailed for $16. So here you can just see how they have the colors listed on the bottom. And this is the packaging. I believe it's 30 different shades, so that's always nice to have some shade range. And as you guys know, Juvia's Place really focuses on darker skin tones, rich brown skin tones, and kind of make sure we have those colors. So I'm gonna go with Cameroon. Like I said, this does originally retail for $16, but right now I think it's on sale for like $9.60 on the website, and they're available on Ulta.com, and they're available in stores in Ulta, and the coupons that Ulta has also works on this brand. So you can get all kind of deals and savings on the Juvia's Place foundation stick. So the way that I'm gonna go in is I just kind of drag it in my main areas. I always start kind of on my chin and my mouth, because for me, that's where I have a lot of discoloration. And I didn't prime, as you notice, I did not prime, because I feel like this is a pretty full coverage foundation. It says to use a brush or a sponge. I'm gonna go in with my Morphe brush. This is M444, and I'm just gonna kind of start buffing that out and see how this works for us. This foundation has been especially useful for me in the winter months when it's a little more dry outside, because I don't have to worry about oil and grease quite as much. But you can see it buffs out really nicely, and it's a pretty full coverage foundation. Okay, so this is the coverage after I just kind of buffed out with the brush. As you can see, it's a pretty decent color match for me. And this is no color correcting or anything, and I feel like it does a pretty good job of covering the areas where I typically have hyperpigmentation. It doesn't feel super heavy either, which I like, and it just blends out nicely. And I'm not somebody who's ever worn a foundation stick before. I purchased the Bobbi Brown one like 2 years ago, and I just didn't like, I felt like I looked shiny, I felt like I looked funeral ready, and I just didn't like it. So for me to like this one is pretty impressive for me. So now I'm gonna go in with their concealer in the shade 9, or is it 6? Okay, in the shade 9, and go under my eye. Then I'm gonna show you how I contour using another shade stick from them. Okay, so then I'm just gonna go in with a Morphe brush and my sponge to kind of blend this concealer out. And I do think that when brands have multiple products, I do feel like they work better together because I feel like the concealer blends out very nicely into the foundation. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with Juvia in their shade stick, which is a pretty rich brown. It does have some red undertones to it color. So I'm going to use that and put that where I usually contour. So I don't know if you guys can see that contrast there, but it does have a red undertone. They have some that don't, but based on my skin tone and what I was looking for, I felt like this is kind of the color that I wanted. And it's just really smooth and creamy, and it just goes on really easy. So if you're at the gym or like you're trying to move fast, being able just to not have to use a brush and just move really quickly is useful for me. Now with these shade sticks, I am going to go in with the back of my sponge, and I'm just going to kind of start dabbing and blending that out. Then I'm using my brush just to blend out on my nose a little bit. I never do a lot of nose contour, but I just do a little bit since I put some of the lighter concealer on my nose. I go pretty light with the cream foundation stick when I do contour because I am going to go with the powder. So now I'm just going to set under my eyes. You know, I always use my Sacha Buttercup. And I have worn this foundation before. I have worn it day and night. I really like it for night. I feel like it gives a really good full coverage, like a really good finish. It gives a little skin-like, but it also gives a full beat, which is what I look for. When I wore it for nighttime, I definitely didn't have any problem with it shifting. You do get a little bit of oil breakthrough if you wear it like long-term in the daytime, but for me, it wasn't enough that I was like, whoa, this looks really bad, I gotta take this off. It just looked dewy. For me, this is the first foundation stick that I think I've worn, that I actually wore and was like, I could wear this again, and I've worn it more than once. And then I'm just going in with a more cool tone contour to kind of set that and also enhance the contour a little more. I also think because there's so many good color matches, I've been able to just kind of like literally conceal, like just kind of put it around my mouth and blend it out when I'm doing a more natural face, and it still looks seamless, which I really appreciate because I've never really been able to just kind of pop on a little bit of concealer and feel like it didn't look unfinished. So now I'm just doing my blush, again using my always go-tos. I have been impressed with the concealer, and I've also been impressed with the shade stick from Juvia's Place. So I definitely am more willing to kind of dabble in their complexion products now. Before, once I tried that first one, I thought I was out. Like, I want no parts of this. Y'all should have sucked the eyeshadow. But these last few drops they have done, I have been very impressed with. And I'll be honest, I've used these products. I mean, I don't know if you can tell by the way my sticks look. I've used these products pretty generously. You know, Jackie's highlighter never gets old to me. But yeah, guys, I think that really covers it. I just wanted to do a quick video so you guys could see these foundation sticks. I always feel like because their first foundation, for me, I didn't give a good review for it. When I find something that I'm like, oh, I see what y'all did there, I feel like I have to revisit and let y'all know, like, hey, don't completely sleep on this company because they have some things to offer, especially with their last few products. So that is that. That is my review on the Juvia's Place shade sticks. Again, these retail in Ulta. You can also purchase directly from the site. Coupons work on them. They are on sale right now for $9.60. I have been super pleased. If you're looking for something you can travel with easily, something you can blend into a more natural look, I definitely recommend these, and I am not a foundation stick kind of girl. So thank you guys again so much for watching. I will put in the description box below like the shades and things that I used in this video. If y'all have any questions, you already know, leave it in the comments. Let me know what you want to see. Excited to get back in my pattern and my flow. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.